You got to have fun with it. Remember tonight, only talk about the flat earth and how we've never been to the moon. Poor Mike. I do love the conversations. I love the ones about the possibility of a hollow moon, and they're just some really fun stuff to think about out there. That is for certain. All right. If you're like me and you're getting to that age where your body just feels sluggish and off all the time, then listen up. Recently, I wasn't feeling great. Decided to call my friend Dr. Josh for some help. Told him what was going on. The response kind of shocked me. Clogged liver. He said that I was showing all the telltale signs of a clogged liver. You probably already heard about how important your liver is for detoxification, digestion, and energy levels. But here's the thing. Most people have no idea how clogged and overburdened their liver actually is. Eating processed food, drink, and even stress, these things can all take a toll, leaving your liver clogged. And it's important not to let this go unchecked because your liver is arguably the most important organ in your body, being responsible for the proper function of nearly every system in your body, from digestion to metabolism to detoxification. Essentially, a healthy liver equals a healthy you. So why Dr. Josh, a practicing doctor with over 25 years of medical experience, formulated a special liver supplement called Ultra Liver. It acts like a deep cleanse for your entire body. He told me that Ultra Liver crossed over 500,000 bottles sold, has received thousands of 5-star reviews from happy customers and patients. So when I heard enough, gave it a shot. I should put the bottle in here so I can show it to you guys. And for the last, actually going on almost a month and a half, 2 months, been taking it consistently after report, able to say goodbye to many of that, the chronic fatigue, bloating, skin issues, say hello to renewed energy, clear thinking, a body that's operating properly again. It's powerful stuff. Amazing how much better I felt in such a short period of time. But again, you're not going to get results like this from any random liver supplement. Dr. Josh put his 25 plus years of experience into Ultra Liver to make sure that it actually does what it's supposed to. So if you're ready to unclog your liver and flush dangerous toxins that are sapping your energy and preventing you from losing weight, go to tryultraliver.com/Mark Z. Oh no, /.com. Then Mark Z. So try ultraliver.com/Mark Z to get your hands on Ultra Liver today. And it is your lucky day. He's running a sale right now for up to 50% off Ultra Liver for a limited time. Description is below the video in YouTube and Rumble. Ooh, wait, Borson and fresh parm. Well, you guys having like a cheese tray or like what do they call those thing? A charcuterie? Charcuterie, I know. You guys are like, huh? What? There he is again. I'm gonna have to get something cool.
5-2. 5-2. At least we got that, even if we don't have the World Series. Screw you, Dan Wilson.
4-2, but we got a big game Sunday night.
Yeah, you do. Who is it again? Who are you guys playing Sunday?
Green Bay. We got the 8:20. We got the primetime Sunday night game.
Well, that'll be an interesting game. Aaron Rodgers, the revenge tour continues. He's undefeated so far. He's like, they don't bother me. Packers don't bother me. Dude, they traded you. Of course it bothers you. Of course it does. Did you see what dickbag Sean Payton said about Russell Wilson? He said, "Oh no, it wasn't Amy Russell."
Wait, what did he say about him?
Oh, I'm really glad. I'm really bummed that Jackson Dart played this weekend. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't play until he wouldn't start playing him until next week. Meaning Russell Wilson would have been the quarterback. You know what? Russell Wilson would have torched your ass, Sean.
I'm still upset about Flacco's stunning return to the NFL.
Yeah. But that's all going to be saved for the football show, Strictly Football, with Mike Bara, Brian Engelman, Jim Mitchell, Nick Jigba, and Izzy on Thursday. Don't forget to tune in. It's like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Time. Be there on all the Mike Bara channels tomorrow.
On all of them. Like, how many are there?
There's a couple. There's Real News Live with Mike and Jen on Rumble. There's Mike Bara 333. That's basically it. I've consolidated all my YouTubes into one channel. And miraculously, it's still there. Although, did you guys see that a bunch of people got their YouTube channels back? Laura Eisenhower, Jordan Sather got his YouTube channel back. So now Jordan can be wrong in front of more people than last week. Way to go, Jordan.
Now I'm hearing some wonderful stuff on Zester's appearance on the John Dowling show.
Oh, I have not actually looked to see recently how well that show was doing over there. I know I shared it with everybody in the Telegram room. But I had not gone over and checked out how that was doing. Everything seemed positive the last time I had looked at it. I enjoyed the conversation a lot. So, and I don't know what you thought, Pops, but
Mark, should we pitch in for Christmas time to get Zester a microphone? So
we really should get him a real one,
or
like a
get him,
grown-up
at least get him out of the garbage
Actually,
can.
no, he's got a good one. You got the blue. He's got the same mic you have.
How about moving it closer, Zester? How about like?
oh yeah. I don't want to be it's sitting right here. It's close. I could probably just increase the uptake, and it would probably be perfect. But typically, I assume I'm already talking too loud.
No, you kind of sound like you're underwater a little bit.
Well,
or in a garbage can.
He does this thing because he does speak very loudly, so he kind of like goes over. Yeah, he does his best to like tone it down.
I have not thought about buying Prim. Prim is just dead. Wow, it's so dead.
Yeah, but would it be busy if you bought it, made it like
and made it into an alien thing? Yeah,
alien.
Cross the border here and come into alien state, alien land. Possibly. I'm going to be in Pahrump, Nevada this weekend. Pahrump, the home of former home of Art Bell, the great Coast to Coast AM host. I'll be speaking at the Nugget Casino and Hotel and Casino on Saturday, 1:30 p.m. It's a free event to the public in Pahrump, Nevada. Come on out.
And are you going to be doing the normal, usual meet and greet at the Bunny Ranch as well?
Well, that's a possibility, but not unless everybody chips in a little bit. Yeah, I hear. That's right. I forgot. Nye County, everything is legal in Nye County, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jermanuel, no, Zester did on that one with John. He blew it out of the park, and I love those moments where you're like, your kids are smarter than you are, and that's what you're supposed to want as a parent.
Yeah. Except when they're irritating little shits, and you don't want them to be smarter. But Zester's not like that, so
no,
we don't have to worry about that. Zester's a sweet young man. In fact, I'm so proud of him. Sometimes I forget he's not my real son. I do. Just so proud of him.
Yeah. Next time he needs to borrow some money, I'm gonna have him call it Dad.
Yeah,
Dad Mike.
It's real dad. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Folks say that I need a new ring light, Pops. When's that showing up, Mike?
Yeah, new ring light, new microphone. Now, come on, Zester, just humorous. Just bring the mic up close so we can hear the difference. Like, I want to test this theory out.
Hello.
That's better. It's a lot better. Doesn't sound like you're so far
JL,
away.
it's good to see you in beautiful Bellhaven. I've still, at some point, got to make that visit. I did have a look of pride while he was talking.
Oh, Dr. Sarah's here. Jennifer Falar is here. If you're on the East Coast, she would be Jennifer Falar. Hi, Jen. How are you? Jen's got a show tomorrow. Go check it out.
I like that part that he has an old soul. Yeah, John. I mean, that whole interview is probably, and I've done a number of them with John over the last year or two or whatever. Really become fond of him as a friend. Really, I mean, that one was just, that was top notch. That just, we knocked that one out of the park.
By the way, Mark, I made some steaks, some Costco steaks this week. Last week. Yeah, I seasoned them with the seasoning I got from the Golden Steer, and they were excellent. So we got to get you back out here.
Yes, we do.
I know there are many people out here that would love to come hang out with you.
Yeah, it would be good to see the whole crew. See the mushroom ladies, my olive oil ladies, just some great people.
The Christmas house. You should come out. You should come out for the Christmas season, just for 2 or 3 days, middle of the week.
All right. When's she doing the decorating? When's he doing the decorating?
Dale has already started, but it will go up. I believe it goes up the first week in December. If I'm not
Is that when he goes live?
I think it'll probably be the 4th or the 5th of December. So the week after would be good.
Oh, Lynn's Steaks. I'm gonna have to look that one up. And guys, if you ever, let me see if I can
I like Treebeard has a question for you, Mike. Are you AJ's dead man switch contact? The Y-Files videos are getting a lot more daring and truthful.
They certainly are. And no, I don't hang with AJ all that much, although I may be hanging with him in the future. Although I also did invite Gino from the Y-Files to come out on Friday. I don't even know what he said. He said something. But Friday we're gonna go in honor of Ace Frehley. We are going to go see a Kiss tribute band on Friday, Dave and I. So that sucked that Ace died.
All right, I was trying to find the link for the place at Belmont. Just fantastic. You're supposed to sizzle, fillet, and veal fat, 2 minutes each side, lightly salt and pepper all over. I usually on my steaks, I usually just use salt and pepper, but I want like big that coarse ground kosher salt and fresh cracked pepper.
I like a little garlic butter on my steak as well. But remember the Christmas house last year? It was great, and we did Whisky and Wisdom from there. This year we'd like to have Mark there.
Yeah, it would be nice to do a Whiskey and Wisdom from there.
You might meet a billionaire there, like I did. Meet a billionaire.
I can just use the money from you and Andy from the cuss jar, the swear jar, and probably eat at the Golden Steer like 4 times.
Yeah, we should. I like Rick Buck there. He said we should chip in and get Zester some decorations for that spotted door behind him, or at least some touch-up paint.
Yeah.
Problem with touch-up paint is it never matches, does it? Never mind. We got to get him some Christmas decorations for his Chilean jail cell that he's in there, whatever it is.
Why is it Chilean?
He's got the I don't know. I just felt like
I don't know. Have you ever had Chilean wines? They do it really. There's a lot of bang for the buck.
It's just an odd choice.
Wineries.
That's why I'm curious whether you may or may not have a currently active
I've
legal
overused
issue going on in the country of Chile.
I've overused
because you specified a Chilean jail cell.
I've overused the Turkish prison.
There's a reason you specified.
Yeah, well, I just have overused the Turkish prison thing at this point. So
okay.
Although once again,
that's reserved for me. You're the new
10
generation gets Chilean,
right?
The older generation gets the Turkish prison.
That's right. Those that remember the movie, the Oliver Stone screenplay.
Well, at least I'm not in Azkaban.
Midnight Express, it was called. For those of you wondering,
Chilean sea bass, definitely. Pretty
Wolvie
good
is Wolvie's Chilean, isn't he? Wolverine. He's from Chile originally, wasn't he? Born there. I believe he is.
Coffee bearer. Yo. I like that one. Yeah, wait, aren't you supposed to meet some young lady from Jiggly Wiggly or something like that? What's that?
Well, that's supposed to be coming, but I think it's a post RV thing. Supposed to meet the next ex Mrs. Brown.
That's right.
Well, where's the Jiggly Wiggly part? I don't remember that part of the
well,
story.
She's probably going to be Jiggly and Wiggly if I.
Meaning from a fine ballet studio.
Yes, she's a ballet dancer. I'm sure.
Somebody just
or
said
maybe a nice
movies
skater.
Colombian.
Could be a nice skater.
Wait, beat the bottom of the feet with bamboo? That actually, strangely enough, sounds like fun. You're like, wait a minute. All right, so
I wish I could.
I do want to do a shameless plug. Zester's working on a new series, guys, where he's going to be taking in the real world, where you sign up for different things, where you can get free rewards, crypto rewards, things like that, and building it. The goal is to start from zero money in and build it to $1 million. And he's tracking all of this. He's up to, what have you been doing this for a week or two? And you're up to 300 and some, 400 and some bucks.
Yeah, I'm up to about 300. I think about like $330 that so far I've managed to acquire without spending any money. And so the idea of the entire adventure is going to be to try to go without spending any dollars, just utilizing free programs, learn to earn, referrals, anything that I can find that doesn't require me to spend money to try and see how big of a crypto portfolio I can put together, and not just crypto, also gold, silver, and stocks, because a lot of those different companies offer these different little referral programs where you can put like $200 in, leave it sitting there for a month, and they'll give you $50, $100, things like that. And so I'm going to chase all of those different programs, just see how far I can take this challenge. From
just
zero
copy Nancy Pelosi's
to
trades. Just copy what Nancy Pelosi does. You'll be rich in a week.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe I'll have to throw a strategy out, but it's kind of crazy, all the ones that I've already gotten together, like just money back from random purchases, things like that, being paid in crypto, and so not having to spend any money I wouldn't already have to spend, but getting rewarded in crypto. And I did a breakdown on Monday on the crypto channel, and so if you had a 2% XRP reward card from 2015 to 2024, 10 years straight, and you had put $30,000 on it, you would have gotten about $600 in rewards each year. You would have made $412, somewhere right around $12,000 in the past 10 years, having spent $300,000. You would have made $412,000 while spending it, on account of having been rewarded in crypto and the compounding interest that would have accrued, essentially, by having held it throughout that timeline. And that's what set me off on this whole path. Was I did all the math, and if I had just been using something like that, normal expenses, my rent, my groceries, gas, etc., I would have brought in more money in 10 years than I spent existing. I would have been paid $110,000 to exist for 10 years if I had just rotated that over. And so that's what set me off on the whole path of trying to figure it out, because the math was absurd.
Wow.
Absurd.
Wow.
Yeah, for not changing any spending, just changing how you spend the dollars, not changing the number of dollars spent.
Yeah.
That is, I think that's going to be a very popular YouTube series.
I'm excited about it, because it got me. I was losing it over the math. The math just gets insane, and I didn't even consider using a crypto that had staking options or anything of that nature. If you did that same math with like a Solana or an Ethereum, where you could also literally earn it regularly through any of the free
And then stake it when you get to certain amounts.
Wow. The math would have gone absurd. I would have actually become a millionaire, essentially for free. Because I did not, in my example that I created, guys, I did not become a millionaire. I made $412,000 while spending $300,000 over 10 years in my normal existence. That's where my math came out to. So I don't think that was too bad of a result, but
no. Sluggo, I am not supposed to meet the redhead with green eyes until after the RV. But Jen says I'm going to be married in 2 years. So if that's the case,
RV's got to happen soon.
I better meet her soon, because I got to give her the 2-year crazy test before I do that. So either it has to be somebody I already know, or if I meet somebody new, it's better be soon.
All right, drink check-in. Somebody asked.
Well, my drink is in my Seahawks flask. It's
so he's having unsweet tea from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I'm actually having a Sapporo this evening for a very big switch up.
Oh, huge switch up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, XRP is not a bad thing to hold. Let's see, skeleton.
Poor Kimberly says, I'm stuck in the Smoky Mountains. Can't find anywhere to go and meet people. The isolation's killing me. Condo on the market to get out. Like, where in the Smoky Mountains? Because we may be doing an event near you. Those same Smoky Mountains. Mike and I did an event, year and a half ago there?
Yeah, in
Spruce Pines.
Spruce Pine, right. Oh, Zester's kitty is frozen. My kitty is in the other room napping. She's ignoring me.
Oh, I've had this drink. I would not suggest. 0 out of 10 million stars. My drink was propanol today, an endoscopy. Would not suggest. I mean, I would suggest that before I would suggest the colonoscopy. Ooh. Cheers, George having a Macallan 12-year double cask.
Is that a good Scotch whiskey or whiskey? Bourbon
Lowland. It's got a little bit of more of a peaty flavor than I like, but it is still pretty daggone solid.
Okay, so for the people that don't know, and of course I'm not one of them, explain the difference between Scotch, bourbon, and plain old whiskey. What's the difference?
They're all whiskey.
That's what I thought.
Scotch is whiskey from
Bourbon's
Scotland.
made in Kentucky.
Bourbon is whiskey from Kentucky.
Tennessee is bourbon too,
No,
right?
it's Kentucky.
No, Tennessee's whiskey.
Yeah, it's Kentucky. It's bourbon.
But now the
anybody that
definition,
wants to ask why, it's a crazy historical chicanery that doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense. And now there's distilleries all over that use that same formula, the ratio of corn and everything else. So now there's whiskey makers that are making bourbon in Ohio, Topeka, Kansas. I mean, all over the place now. But back in the day, it's kind of, think of it as like, what's the famous beef from Kobe beef from Japan?
Kobe, yeah.
Or champagne. Champagne is the great example because UNESCO or the whole little deal has champagne in a special classification. So you cannot sell champagne anywhere on the planet unless it is from Champagne, France.
Yeah, no, it has to be sparkling wine, not champagne.
Or Champagne. Just
Champagne.
mispronounce it. That is literally defended by the United Nations in international court. Is that if you just call it Champagne, you are legitimately allowed to sell champagne as long as that is how you pronounce it. It's champagne.
Rum balls. That's my Seahawks whiskey decanter. Seahawks. This is Seattle Seahawks. That's what that is.
Folks
I'm
can
now
enjoy
accepting.
that one.
I've got. I can't think of. I mean, that's a cool decanter.
Yeah, Mark never got his.
The ones I can't find one that looks as cool. Oh, wait a minute, and maybe you can have the Seahawks sing "Happy Birthday" to Gerald. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Gerald! But no.
Well, does it go? What does the Seahawk do? Is it like caw, caw?
I don't really know. You know that the Seahawk actually is a cool sounding name. My high school team was the Chief South Seahawks, and that's where they one of the places they took the name from. But the fish the bird that they described is actually not called a Seahawk. It's called a fish hawk. A fish hawk swoops down into the ocean, steals a fish, takes it away, and eats it.
Steals. There you go. There's that word again. Yeah.
What a Seahawk does is it goes to other birds' nests and tries to steal their eggs when they're not around. And when it gets caught, it pretends to vomit so that the other bird will take pity on it and not. That explains a lot.
Sounds like somebody I dated in the past or something.
Yeah.
Now, Mark, Screwball's responsible for my worst hangovers. I do not drink it again, Mark. Screwball is brewed with regret and diabetes. Those are the two main ingredients in Screwball.
What is an endoscopy, by the way? What
endoscopy? That's where they go scope you through the mouth,
not
through the butt.
That's never going to happen while I'm awake. I'll tell you that right now.
Sound effects are the best. I try not to. I give it time. I'll get into a lot of them. McKellen single malt and Roanoke.
Nice.
Roanoke, Virginia, guys, has some really cool little downtown areas, some neat stuff. My buddy Jeff JC there was up there over the past weekend with Britt, some of our other friend up there. I'd probably a camping trip knowing that crew and sending pictures from a cigar bar. I was like,
we talked about Nashville, how awesome Nashville was when I was there a month or so ago, right? That place was
Crossville, Tennessee. Hey, well, Zester's gone. I was going to ask him. We got a buddy with a cigar shop near Nashville.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, I want to say it's Crossville.
Can you get Cubans in the U.S. yet? Is that done, or did they allow that back? Or Mark wouldn't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of Cubans living in Miami.
No, I mean Cuban cigars.
I've smoked a few Cuban cigars in the United States. I don't know how legal they were.
When I lived in Toronto, I brought home a friend of mine who is a cigar smoker, a Cuban, because you could get Cubans in Canada. I brought him home as a Christmas present, and he said that was better than sex, a Cuban cigar. So I'm like, wow. Knowing how infrequently he had sex, it must have been a damn good cigar.
Yes.
How are you,
George? See, George gets it. The different areas of Scotland, the lowlands, peatier. The highlands, to me, have a very leathery note. Speyside is my favorite region for Scotch.
Got it.
Oh, I know on the Cuban side, from what I have seen, it actually is legal now. It's just it's not legal, and so essentially it's living in like a very similar space to to hemp.
Several people are saying no,
where you can legally possess Cuban cigars. You are legally allowed to do so, but you're not allowed to sell them. And so it's fitting now into an even weirder category for everybody, because how is that market supposed to exist when you're allowed to own a Cuban cigar, but you're not allowed to buy a Cuban cigar? That's my understanding.
The U.S. has been famous on that. When the CBD stuff first kicked in, it was like some things were legal in certain states, but they weren't legal. Like it just had to magically appear. Like the great CBD or marijuana store would drop them off in your state because you weren't allowed to grow it there, weren't allowed to whatever. But it was legal once it got there. It was some really weird stuff. The U.S. is famous for some really weird stuff like that.
Yeah, JFK.
I'm still dying laughing at Civet
JFK famously. Sorry.
Yeah, where they eat it and then poop the coffee bean and it charges a fortune, but nobody bought my house cat coffee for some reason.
JFK famously signed the executive order banning all products from Cuba being sold in the U.S. the day he got his delivery of his last box of 100 Cubans. Got that, put it on his desk, actually signed the executive order according to aides, with the box of cigars sitting right next to him on the desk. So, hey,
I have had over the years some fantastic Cuban cigars. I've had some great ones from Ecuador. I mean, just some great cigars from all over the world.
Cuba is one of the great tragedies of the last 100 years, 50 years. It should be one of the richest countries on earth, and it's just a S-hole. I didn't swear, Kukla.
But I mean, you got the same idea. We got like 3 islands of just a crap show right here. If you look at like the politics, the past, the plundering from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, of course, Cuba. Really is. It's a lesson in how politicians and world politics can screw up great things.
Kurt OMG says Bill Clinton said that the Cuban cigars were better. Oh, well, he would know, wouldn't he?
Well, unfortunately,
or more precisely, Monica would know.
We did not pay him enough to afford a humidor. He had to use an intern to keep his cigars moist.
Yeah, you had to have a special humidor. Yeah,
that's sad.
Go
Riders, go! Hey, look, I've got my jersey. You just tell me when I'm supposed to wear it.
There's super interesting history, though, in terms of the islands, and Cuba in particular. In the United States has a very, very, very long unwritten history or unknown history, because we've been talking about Cuba since literally the 1700s, the foundation of the United States. We've been talking about Cuba or Hispaniola, a variety of different names that it's gone by since then, but that has always been something the United States planned on owning. We could just never agree on what we were going to do with it when we owned it. That essentially was the reason that the United States never spread into the Caribbean, because at the time that the United States was spreading, the economies of the entire Caribbean were built entirely off of indentured servitude or slave trade. And so the United States was never willing to spread to the South entirely because of the political repercussions of it. Never considered maybe show up and change what was going on. No, just they didn't think about that part.
Yeah, Dwayne, this is the truth. Cuban cigar kind of reminds me of Prohibition, which saw the White House as one of the largest consumers of illegal booze during the period. Governor's mansions, White Houses, state
Supplied by
dinners
the
serving
Kennedy.
liquor, wine, everything during Prohibition. I mean, it's not even like
Supplied by
you can go like look at the records from the time period and see they were still consuming. It really is. It's a
Supplied by the Gores and the Kennedys. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you never would have had Kennedy as a president or a political family if it hadn't been for illegal booze and prohibition.
Yeah.
They went from not worth money to worth their day and time basically billions on the
that and
smuggling of booze trade.
right, that and insider trading on Wall Street was also a thing that the Kennedys did. I discovered all that, or not discovered it, but researched it for my Kennedy book.
Oh yeah, Zester, I was talking while you were going to, I think, get a fresh brewski. Cigar shop near Nashville. Is it Cooksville? Where? I'm trying to remember the name. Actually, Coffee Bear, do you know this answer?
I think it's closer to Knoxville and
in between Knoxville and Nashville, maybe.
But I do believe, though, I actually think that he has sold at his cigar shop over to another person. So I'm gonna have to check on that one. I think he may have sold. I think he may have decided he was fully retiring. But I'll have to check on that one. But it was Screaming Eagles cigars.
Awesome. John, I know you're not supposed to throw your ball into the stands when you win. Well, now you know, especially in bowling. I know that now. That's hilarious.
We all learn.
Right.
So, did you boys enjoy the Puerto Rico No Kings rally this week or weekend or no?
No, I mean, I was there because, I was throwing tea in the San Juan Harbor. I was just confused over what king they were talking about since we haven't had a king. We had our first really, really big No Kings party in the U.S. and it was July 4th in the year of our Lord 1776.
Yeah. I was very confused as I went to Ponce, the city named after Juan de Ponce de Leon, who was appointed by the Spanish crown, a monarch, to colonize the New World. And while I sat in his courtyard, curious over the fact that I lived in a country conquered by a king and a queen, literally with land that still sits in the hands of the descendants of Ponce de Leon to this day, how I might possibly be the non-democratic, non-Republican conqueror of these lands. I have questioned these things as I sat there, considering how history doesn't make any bit of damn sense in current people's minds. When literally you can go all around the Caribbean, there's going to be a lot of different cities all named after some guy named Ponce. Well, that's because the Spanish crown literally gave him the right to take over their realms, do anything he wanted to the people who lived there, spread disease, hatred, and religion all at the same time. And that was all fine. And that's Spanish culture. But us English folks, we've really, really screwed things up.
Xavier, yes. I guess we call it double or nothing because I still owe you a roll of toilet paper. Xavier and I had a bet like during the toilet paper shortage. And I still owe a fluffy roll of 2-ply. Oh, wait. There you go. K-Tim's, a Screaming Eagle Cigar Shop in Clarksville, Tennessee. That was it. You found it, K-Tim's.
Did you guys see that Trump has begun a little bit of remodeling there on the White House? I think he should put a big, huge Trump Tower hotel right next to it. Right, just attach it to the residence. That would be good.
Don't worry, Xavier. I'll take care of that next time I eat
taco. Where did Jen go? Did we lose Jen? Jen, did you leave us? It's Katie's birthday, or it's her daughter's birthday today. So,
what's she doing in here instead of hanging out with Katie then?
Oh, she's hanging around with her daughter. Don't worry. Katie's very sweet. I met her when they came to Vegas for the Alien event. That was fun.
All right. is this a thing like bamboo or baboo or bamboo? Have you guys ever had like bamboo towels, bamboo sheets? Really pretty stinking good.
Honestly, no. No. I keep hearing about Egyptian cotton. Any Bond updates, says Dr. Sarah.
No,
yes,
Dr. Pierre is just messing with me. She's having fun.
They're gonna turn him into a gay black dude. Oh, you mean the bonds, like the art? Oh, okay.
Oh, he thought you were talking about James Bond for an
Bond.
update. Yeah, no, I'm kind of over all of the crazed woke whatever. I mean,
I watched GoldenEye the other night. It's a really, really good Bond movie. Really good, solid Bond movie. Good villain. Excellent action sequences. I think when Bond drives the tank through St. Petersburg is probably one of the better James Bond action sequences ever. Well, how am I going to get out of this one? Oh, I know. I'll steal a tank.
Speaking of tanks,
Only Bond.
we talk about the time that the Russians, to fight the Germans, were training dogs to strap bombs on, sniff the tanks, and explode underneath the tanks. Should we bring in a little history lesson, or should we already covered that one in depth?
The best part about that history lesson is how dumb the decision was, because they taught the dogs to smell gas. And the Russian military did not use gas, they used diesel. And so the dogs they trained to run underneath the tanks, well, they did not run underneath the enemy's tanks. They ran underneath their own tanks because the other tanks didn't smell the same.
Yeah. So, Russians had diesel tanks. The Germans had diesel tanks.
That was a Russian strategy. I mixed that one up. That was a Russian strategy against the Germans in World War II. And so that was the Russians who trained their dogs on their diesel tanks. And then it ended up being a switch up of gas. Exactly.
Okay, and let me just straighten this out for you on the Bond thing. Okay. Connery, Craig, Timothy Dalton, George Lazenby, Pierce Brosnan, and the worst Bond is Roger Moore. That's the rank.
I think Sean Connery is the best.
Yeah. Daniel Craig is
Roger Moore. Dalton was probably the worst in my book ever. Like, painfully bad.
Oh, Dalton was so much better than Brosnan or Moore. He never got any good scripts. He had two terrible scripts. God, we're going to put you up against drug dealers. Oh yeah, great. That's a brilliant change.
Instead of like evil, whatever. I mean, we got Zester there playing with the cat like Dr. Evil. We could have him. We just need a mini-me. He's going to need like a little miniature version of him, like a really bad clone.
Yeah.
Bond, James Bond.
Yeah, I just Brosnan. I never believed him. I never believed that he had the physicality to actually be James Bond. He just wasn't physical enough.
Who?
He's so scrawny. Pierce Brosnan.
I thought he was the best of my generation.
Of the new Bonds.
Yeah, exactly. Of the newer Bonds, he was hands down the best Bond.
Now, what's the other one that was in like?
I think what is his name? Because he's like the biggest one of today. Probably for go one generation down from me, he's going to be Bond. I don't remember what the actor's name is at all. Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig out of the new Bonds. He's my favorite new Bond. I think he definitely better than Pierce Bronson.
I don't know. For me, that was James Bond. In the only modern sense, and so maybe it's just a matter of when you come up the age where you're going to watch it. I don't know. To me, he was the best one in the modern era. Sean Connery is definitely the best overall, but there's quite a few years.
Connery I don't know. I'm a big Connery fan, so I'm biased. Roger Moore. Yeah. CG said loved Pierce Brosnan.
I've
Yeah,
heard the same though from a lot of folks that they didn't like him.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, I find it interesting who liked which one. Skyfall, that was a good one. And what was your favorite Bond movie ever, Mike?
Casino Royale with Daniel Craig. It's the best Bond movie ever made. My favorites are Casino Royale. I can't necessarily put the other ones in order, but I loved Casino Royale. I thought Quantum of Solace was actually very good. It had a great title. GoldenEye is one of my favorites. That's the only movie on the list. Thunderball obviously was a great one. The Man with the Golden Gun, I think, is the only Roger Moore movie on the list. So those would probably be my top 4 or 5, and then Goldfinger was pretty clever.
Yeah, look at all the Bond ladies throughout history too, and just how famous and iconic. And now it's like a taboo to be a Bond lady. Like, oh my god, I can't believe they would.
Well, they're talking about let's make Sydney Sweeney one, and if I was Sydney Sweeney, I'd be if you cast a white actor. The insanity of this gender race swapping stuff is just nonsense. So,
Goldfinger
was good.
That was definitely the best one that ever got made into a video game.
Well, yeah, no, GoldenEye. GoldenEye was the video game was GoldenEye. Not GoldenEye was
based off of the same movie. A lot of the different.
No. GoldenEye was the name of Ian Fleming's estate in Jamaica. And it was called GoldenEye, and he wrote a novel. The movie had nothing to do with the novel, but the movie was quite good. It was a really good, solid Bond outing after 2 or 3 terrible movies with the great Timothy Dalton, who would have been one of the best Bonds had he had good scripts. He just never did.
Yeah, Moonraker. They had the what was that? Was it a Starcraft? Had that Starcraft last time had that one boat that was really cool. I mean, sold a bunch of them. You'd saw like 1 million of them at the lake for the next 5 years after that movie.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't that the one with there was the one, I think it was The Spy.
Hey, isn't that the one that had Jaws in it?
It had one. That was one of the ones with Jaws in it, and she had braces. She did have braces. I'm just going to tell you. And then it was The Spy Who Loved Me, I think, was the one where, the Bond ladies back and the grid girls on Formula One and IndyCar races. The girls in the skimpy outfits that are holding up the signs for the drivers. Yeah, that's what we need. That's what the Ski-Doo. The Ski-Doo was introduced in The Spy Who Loved Me. Bond is riding the original Ski-Doo, which was a stand-up, or Sea-Doo. Sorry, not Ski-Doo. Sea-Doo, which was a stand-up.
It was like that old first version, that Yamaha one where it thing held up.
Yeah. And that was an innovation.
Yeah, does somebody know the answer to this one? Didn't the Bond lady paint a gold dye from that? No, I think that was an urban legend. I think one of the first Tin Man actors from Wizard of Oz got like deathly ill and sick, and they had to change actors. I'm trying to remember that story.
Yeah, that's not true. In the movie, Bond claims she died because they covered her entire body
and she suffered
with gold paint, and she died of skin suffocation. But there's no such thing, so don't worry about that. Bond made that up. What are some of the worst Bond movies? Well, first of all, anything with Roger Moore in it was terrible for the most part, except The Man with the Golden Gun.
For me, it was any of them with was it Timothy Dalton or whatever? I mean,
Diamonds Are Forever was awful. You Never Say Never Again was just terrible. Jane Seymour and Live and Let Die. That is the only redeeming thing about Live and Let Die.
Was it Jill St. John? I think that was one of my favorite Bond ladies. I'm trying to think some.
Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah. She was one of my favorite Bond ladies. Just some great ones. See, look, I love the history. You guys are just, you guys are a time capsule
for Bond girls.
Knowledge. I love
Bond girls. You cannot top Eva Green in Casino Royale as Vesper Lynd. Oh my God. That is the sexiest woman I've ever seen on the screen. Wow. Eva Green. Ugh.
Yeah, Diana Rigg. I'm trying to place Diana Rigg.
She was on Her Majesty's Secret Service. She was George Lazenby's Bond girl, where Bond married the Countess She's a little skinny for my taste, but attractive woman for the 60s. And then Blofeld kills her at the end. So that creates Bond's vendetta against Blofeld. I loved Mr. White in the Daniel Craig movies. You know, just he had some of the greatest lines. You know, you're a kite dancing in a hurricane, Mr. Bond. Great lines. From
I kind of like the Q, the lady in the later Bond movies. The one that was in charge of the technology. Gotta find that actress.
Dr. Holly Goodhead.
I think that's it, right?
Great, stupid name. Dr. Holly Goodhead.
Yeah, Money Penny. Oh, some great ones.
Money Penny. The Dr. No is a great Bond film, but it doesn't have any of the classic tropes. It doesn't have Q. It doesn't have a lot of that stuff. It just has, you know, a lot of the tropes weren't introduced yet. The gadget car didn't have that. It did have Money Penny though. Got to give it that. So, but that's a good one.
Now you guys are into music. Yeah,
well, they talked about
all the Bond music.
Yeah, they've talked about Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is the perfect Bond. But the thing with the Bond movies is what you got to do is you got to say, look, James Bond doesn't really exist. He's like an MK Ultra memory overlay. That's the thing. He's a character that they recreate.
Yep. Which one was? It was Ursula Andress. I think it was Andress.
Ursula Andress was.
Andress, yeah.
What was her name? Holly. She was. God, what was her character's name in Doctor?
You'll have to find that one. You guys are way better quick searches than I am.
She was the one who started the Honey Rider. That was her name, Honey Rider. Okay, good. Honey Rider. Ian Fleming really was a British spy. Yeah, some of the things in some of the movies were from his actual experiences working for the British Secret Service.
Yo, Live and Let Die was a great Bond song. There were some great Bond songs.
View to a Kill by Duran Duran. The Living Daylights is one of my absolute favorites from the Living Daylights. Which is,
I don't know where this came from, but that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Octopussy was not a good Bond movie. Mr. Scaramanga, yeah, Christopher Lee was an excellent villain. You know who I always thought would have been a fantastic Bond villain? Would have been David Bowie. And in fact, they were trying to get Bowie to be the villain in A View to a Kill, but he wanted to do the song, and Duran Duran already had the contract to do the song, so he turned it down. And they just never got a chance to make him a villain.
He would have made a great villain.
Yeah, because he would have been
made a great one. I mean, just in Labyrinth, he was just over the top.
You know who the little girl was in Labyrinth? The 12-year-old girl in that movie?
No, who was it?
Jennifer Connelly, who went on to win an Oscar. Yeah. She was only 12 or 13 or something at the time.
See, I am glad I wasn't the only one. Crystal loved it. Annabelle's mom loved it.
Moonraker.
Quite a few of you folks.
Moonraker did suck.
Sorry, guys. Y'all are going a little bit before my time on this one. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is a statement.
You didn't make him watch.
Coming from the kid whose favorite movie was Pete's Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I no idea what that one is. No idea. I know Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's just a statement nowadays. But there's a movie named after.
Look it up.
Is the statement on account of the movie? I'm not certain.
Stars Dick Van Dyke, who is still alive, and Julie Andrews.
Right? And he was in a lot of those from that day and time. Of course, he was in the Chimney Sweep with Mary Poppins. What else was he in? The Bedknobs and Broomsticks with Angela Lansbury.
Yeah.
some really fun ones back in that period.
Yeah.
Yep. Must see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang musical. Sound of Music, Julie Andrews, awesome, just an awesome.
I can't take musicals though.
I can do some musicals, like older musicals. I've seen some newer ones, and I'm just like, okay, they should have just let that die. Like, come on, who doesn't love good old-fashioned Shirley Temple movies?
I don't. All the women are like, oh, I love.
I really think we should have like a psychic section on your football show, Mike. As they pick.
Jen won't do it. Jen keeps denying me betting advantages. But hey, what can I say?
There's got to be some, questionable moral psychics out there that'll help us and come on your show.
Yeah,
we need to get them all together and start utilize like the crypto call sheet or one of the other different predictive marketing sites where they have a predictive marketing algorithm running, and then influence that by inputting psychics.
Yeah. Maybe we can trick Jen and I can just show her two logos and say, okay, Jen, which one? The red bird or the blue lion? Who's going to win this one?
See, you got to just break it down by mascots. Now, they've done this one before where they had like ladies that had no idea what sports were. Of course, in today's world, they could pick just about any genre, and they would pick it all based on mascots. And they often beat the male counterparts, like thoroughly.
Yeah, that's true. Twitch says Raquel Welch was never a Bond girl, but she was originally cast as Domino in Thunderball, but she was released to star in the film Fantastic Voyage, which helped make her a star. But she would have been a great Domino. Great Domino.
Oh, some of you guys' sense of humor is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, let's not even go there.
Oh, yeah.
Benny Hill was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Wow. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is one of those movies I saw when I was like 8 years old, and I've never seen it since. And I certainly never will.
Yep.
Apparently, I had never seen it, so it was it's all new to me.
Yeah. All right, so what are we getting into now, guys? We've been well behaved tonight.
Hugh says the original Tin Man that had the allergic reaction was, get this, Buddy Ebsen from the Beverly Hillbillies was originally.
I did not know that.
Wow.
I just remember some story about him and having a bad reaction to the silver paint that they had put on him.
He went on to a great career, but yeah.
Great career. Pain and agony on me.
Yeah, Bowie made a great Tesla in The Prestige. He played Tesla, Nikola Tesla. He did a great job. He's so mysteriously weird. We've lost that.
No, we don't need to pick on scripts are terrible, no story, just action. I mean, I always still enjoy the Jason Stamos, the like Beekeeper and all those movies. I mean, when it comes to plots, storylines, whatever, they're all pretty crappy, but the action is just awesome.
Oh, you can't tell me that Casino Royale doesn't have a great script, and
GoldenEye's got a pretty good script.
GoldenEye's a really good script, as I pointed out. It just hits all the beats. Clever line, Can
I have a little fun with Marlene? We had all the Bond news. We were talking about all the James Bond movies.
That's right.
Yeah, the Bond news we covered in the news segment back at 7:00.
Raquel Welch was not a guy. Jeez, you people, come on.
Wasn't fond of her politics, but she was a pretty lady. Stathos.
She was
Yeah, I
one of
know.
the first.
I get that one and the other one that was in like Full House mixed up for some reason.
John Stamos.
Stamos, yeah.
Yeah, he's had all kinds of crazy things go on.
I don't know if it was lead poisoning or not. On the skin thing. I don't think it was lead poisoning. I think it was some kind of silver oxide or something.
Yeah,
well,
they
let's
used
talk
to.
about the best space movie of all time, Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. I don't think that's the one we're talking about.
I don't know. That one, I mean, I put it up there for space movies. John Candy.
That's a classic. I mean, that is an iconic film. And whether you like it or not, and I don't even like the movie, but I still reference a lot of the jokes from it on a regular basis, even though I don't like the movie.
I do think they're making like a sequel to Spaceballs or a remake, just like they made the remake of Airplane. I mean,
they are.
They're kind of giving up on creating scripts now and just taking old ones and revamping them.
I strongly believe that AI was launched to Hollywood before us, and that they've been utilizing AI for the past 2 decades in rudimentary forms, and we've just been watching AI get better, essentially along with them, better and worse at the same time, as less human creativity is inputted.
Kurt, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Now we should remake that one, but it'll be the Attack of the Killer Genetically Modified Tomatoes. They'll be working on a GMO tomato, and it will go horribly wrong. So it'll be like Little Shop of Horrors, that one with like the little short guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So we can put them in like they had that big plant, but it's going to be like blended with the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes movie. Oh, I see something here.
Well, there's also Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is a classic. Absolute classic.
Classic.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer. No, you guys are actually naming some good movies. Those don't count.
We're not looking for good movies right now. We're looking for the absurd ones.
Ooh, Cool Hand Luke was a great movie. Right, there you go. Thank you, Rick Moran. Oh, Attack of the Killer Green Beans. You are onto it. Actually, I think the tomatoes, the killer tomatoes, are going to partner up with the mean green beans.
Seek help, Dr. Sarah. Seek help.
Yeah. You guys are on to something here. They'll poison the world with the new genetically modified green beans.
Can they genetically modify them to taste good?
Right? Killer of yeah, right. I'm loving some of these. Loving some of these. The Blob. Yeah. No, they already have that one, but he serves in Congress. All right, we're running out of time, guys. What do you want to talk about? Anything? Sharknadoes.
Nobody wants Sharknadoes classic.
On a plane.
Nobody wants any dating advice. So
the best comedy movie of all time, Blazing Saddles. Period.
Yeah, can't really argue with that one.
No, can't argue with that one. The greatest. And that should be like that should be the litmus test as to whether or not you have a sense of humor at all, or the woke unwoke meter. If you can watch that movie without like losing your mind, being offended, then we know you belong with this community.
Actually, I think Kentucky Fried Movie Thomas was a great movie. Actually, I think Blazing Saddles should be shown to all 6th graders. Personally, that would be great.
Yeah. Essentially as a lesson, an example. I think so.
I'm with you. History of the World, great ones. Oh man, you guys, Up in Smoke. My poor kids got to watch a number of those. I know I'm going to get beat on for that one too. They may not remember all of them, but they also had to watch the Rambo movies. They had to watch the Rocky movies. It was like required. Die Hard movies. Better Off Dead, some of the Team Angst movies from the 80s,
So
Saving
is-
Silverman. I mean, there's certain ones you just got. Fast Time at Ridgemont High. How are you ever going to know anything about pop culture and how we became the people that we are if you don't watch these movies?
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie, though?
Die Hard is a Christmas
Die
movie.
Hard, a Christmas movie.
Encino,
And
man.
that's an
Yeah, just a
iconic
great
question
one.
in and of itself nowadays.
She hates being kissed. Oh, you hate it. So
Christmas Vacation, Porky's. Yeah, Home Alone. Some people don't think that's a Christmas movie.
How'd they figure on that one?
Archie Bunker, yeah. That's another great litmus test. If you can't watch Archie Bunker. Holy Grail,
room
Ring
is
of
getting
Life,
dark,
Life
but I
of
think
Brian. See, this is now you're into my ish. These are some of my favorites. My Stepmother Was an Alien. You know, some classics. All right, Bad Santa. Okay, that's a little newer and rougher, but it was funny.
should we have dueling ginger kitties here?
Yeah, Sanford and Son, or even that, just the Jeffersons. Never seen this one. I'm gonna have to see if I can find this one. Rick and Morty did a great skit on Die Harder.
Oh man, that episode is hilarious.
I'm gonna have
Rick
to
and
look for
Morty,
that
though,
one.
is a unique humor. It is a unique humor set for that entire TV show, but it's got a cult following for a reason. I love Rick and Morty. I think it's hilarious. But I can see why people don't like it also.
You could never remake Home Alone, though, because now in the age of cell phones, Kevin would just call his mom and say, "Mom, you forgot me," and she'd be turned around in 5 minutes.
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, all of those, the Probability Drive. I mean, it's just awesome. Just like Caddyshack. Classics.
Caddyshack is pretty funny.
So awesome. But like just about any of those with Rodney Dangerfield in that time period were pretty funny. Not that you could ever cast him in a movie where he just wasn't himself. He was always himself. All right, guys. I think we should probably start calling it a wrap.
All right.
Probably. So I told somebody who did ask for a link, I was going to share that with them real quick. But yeah.
3 Men and a Baby. Because of that movie, my kids got to hear, especially the daughter, way often, got to hear the "Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go." Boom, 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 boom. For going to sleep. Because of that movie. I thought it was a good movie. Look who's talking. All right, I'm getting out of here. Mike, you want to say anything in parting?
No, just keep your heads up, keep your faith going. Get well soon. Susan Gretz, happy birthday to Faith Falah, and I'm gonna go see a Kiss tribute band on Friday to honor Ace Frehley, one of the great lead guitarists in rock and roll. Too bad.
Yeah. Couple of tough ones. It's been a tough year for musicians.
Yeah.
Been a really tough year for some great musicians.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Who do we have tomorrow? I got Wade. Got Wade and Gina. The water folks are going to join after we do the normal show. And then tomorrow afternoon, I have an afternoon one. Now, this one is a paid one, but I'm really looking forward to it with Dr. Bruce. Some of you guys don't know who that one is, so you'll just look for one that'll go live in the afternoon. Don't panic when you see it.
A paid one? You never pay me.
Dr. Bruce never paid you?
Pay me.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel less than, Mark. My self-esteem is crashing.
Well, I'm not paying him. He's paying me or us.
All right. Right.
Yeah. Neat product, though, so I'm kind of excited to at least hear it. It'll be a bit of a pitch, but hopefully I'll learn something.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything, I don't think, the rest of the week. So, actually, that's not true. I am doing a thing on Friday for Mel Carmine for about 10 minutes. And then Saturday, come to Pahrump. I'm doing a presentation. Not really sure what about yet. Mars, maybe. At the Pahrump alien event thing. Alien thing. Thing alien. That's what we're doing. All right.
Hold on. Here's the one I was wanting to share earlier, and I could not think of the link. From Bellhaven, North Carolina, Tavern at Jack's. This place is something else. If you guys get a chance and you find yourself in Eastern North Carolina, and you can find the website at tavernatjacks.com. Yeah. Shameless plug for friends with a fantastic restaurant.
Cool.
See, right there. There's even a picture inside the restaurant.
Nice.
All right. Now
All
I'm
right.
getting out of here, folks.
Good
Love
night,
you,
everybody.
mods. Thank you for the long day, the long night. Appreciate you all, and see you tomorrow.
Bring the dating questions next week.
Oh, God. Yeah, we should probably
bring 'em.
start there.
Bring them.
We'll work on that one for you, Mike.
We'll work on that.